Hi, I'm Dave Bachman. This is my son, Alex Bachman. He's just finished his senior season at Oaks Christian. And we learned about Fusion from my sister, whose son is now playing in college. He's a couple years ahead of Alex, and he has been starting since his freshman year in college. So some history. Alex was a late bloomer. He was small and often ignored. He really didn't start turning heads until after his freshman year. It was during spring ball between his freshman and sophomore years. Went on to start both ways as a sophomore on junior varsity, and then started only on defense as a junior, so didn't play receiver at all his junior year, and then was a two-way starter this year on varsity. And I have to say that the training that he's received from Chris Thomas is absolutely priceless. He knows how to beat the defense before the ball is even snapped. And Chris has helped him tremendously with his precision on his routes and his ball skills. So what we did is we arranged for a couple of private sessions with Chris. He's been working with Chris since middle school, so 6 years. And so we arranged for a couple of private sessions before camps this last year, spring and summer, after his junior season. We arranged for a couple of privates before the Under Armour Rivals Camp and then before the on-campus college camps. And he performed so well that he was actually interviewed by the media after the camp, after one of the camps. And what's totally amazing is with absolutely no stats, no catches or anything his junior year, as a matter of fact, on varsity at all at that point, he received preseason Division I offers, is now going on to play for a big-time Division I program on full scholarship. And I have to say a lot of the credit has to go to Chris and his help he's given Alex. So if you are at all interested in helping your kids achieve the highest level of success, they absolutely should be working with Chris Thomas and Fusion. So what do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I've been working with Chris for a long time, and I honestly don't know where I would be in football without him. The things I've learned with Chris, I've learned nowhere else. A lot of camps you go to, and it's more about the kids you meet and just the opportunity to compete. But going to Chris's camp, I started to learn just the basics, and slowly, the more and more I worked with Chris, the more and more I saw results. So started off just being able to get off a jam, which a lot of kids aren't able to do. I've seen phenomenal Division I athletes, even guys in the pros I still watch, and I'm like, this guy still doesn't know how to run a route. He's still relying off his size and speed. But with Chris, with the technique you learn, you're able to go up against any DB, whether he be stronger or faster than you. Cause during the camps that I went to, college camps or the Under Armour Rivals camps or the Nike camps, I went up against kids that had a lot of hype and were supposed to be big D1 guys. And although they were athletic, faster, and maybe stronger than me, my technique when I went up against them, I knew I had a chance every single time to catch a ball or make a great play, just based off what Chris has done for me and how he has helped me. So, I mean, Chris is just the way to go. I can't say it any other way, because he's changed my game, and everything I do at the receiver position is based off what he's taught me. And even at the college pro level, I'm not even sure if the coaching there is teaching what Chris has taught me, because his coaching is second to none.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, at one of the camps, they had Alex demoing all the drills because they were amazed. The comments that we heard over and over were that, wow, you look really refined. Where did who's been teaching you? Because they say they usually spend, their 4 years in college trying to teach him a lot of things that Alex already knows. And as a matter of fact, at practice, one of his coaches made a comment about you getting off the jam. What was he?
Well, I was just learning the basics. I hadn't had any privates yet with Chris, but I'd gone to camps and some sessions with him. So at that point, I knew how to get off the jam, and not necessarily how to finish top of my route. But when we were just doing one-on-one drills with the DB and the receiver of learning how to get off a jam, no one could stop me, and just based off what I had learned from Chris. And so the coaches asked me, like, who's been teaching you this stuff? Like, how do you know how to get off a jam so well? Because the way you get off a jam and the way everyone else tries to get off a jam is just so big a difference. I mean, it's obvious that you've been working with someone.
Yeah, and a lot of the DBs stopped jamming him because it had no effect whatsoever for him. So
Yeah, any 7-on-7 tournament, DB would come up and try and jam me, and I mean, after the first, 1 or 2 times you'd burn him deep, he'd just back off. Because he didn't want any more part of it. So that's all thanks to Chris. I mean, I have some athleticism, but the way I've been able to have success at the level I have is solely off what Chris has taught me. So I can't thank him enough for that. And I really think you should work with Chris if you really want to be successful as a wide receiver.
no question. So thanks. I think that should